If your kitchen looks like this, you shouldn't be worried. I'm just kidding. What's up, you guys? My name is Antoine and welcome to my channel where I like to talk about things like real estate, investing, as well as lifelong learning. And if that sounds good to you, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notifications. It would mean the world to me and I'd appreciate it so much. In today's video, we're going to go through Biden's tax plan and how it's going to affect your wallet. The reason why it's a big deal is because it's kind of reversing all the things that Trump's tax plan that was enacted in late 2017 kind of did for wealthier people. It supported reductions in top income and capital gains rates, so it benefited the wealthy a lot more. In essence, Biden's tax plan is supposed to restore taxes to corporations as well as high income earning individuals and help those who make under $400,000 pay less in taxes. So this is targeted towards low income as well as middle income family households. But in order for this to become law, it would have to be enacted by Congress. And real quick, I want to go through the difference between a tax credit as well as a tax deduction. A tax credit is worth more because say you have a $500 tax credit and you owe $400 to the government. Now, after the $500 tax credit, the government now owes you $100. But say you had a $500 tax deduction, you would subtract that from your gross income, and say you made $60,000 a year, you'd be taxed at 22%, so that'd be more around $110 in tax savings as opposed to the actual $500. And in Biden's tax plan, he has a lot more tax credits for the middle class. So some key takeaways from his tax plan are: the top federal income tax would go from 37% to 39.6%. which applies to you if you make about over $500K a year, and individuals who make more than $400,000 a year would have additional payroll taxes. The maximum child and dependent tax credit would rise from $3,000 to $8,000, being capped out at $16,000. The child tax credit would raise from $2,000 per child to $3,000 per child for kids between the ages of 6 to 17, with the credit of $3,600 per child that's under 6 years old. Basically showing that if you have kids, you're going to get a higher amount in tax credit. As for healthcare, Biden's tax plan would increase protection and assistance for health insurance access and give tax credits to help counteract insurance premiums, so they wouldn't be more than 8.5% of their income. If you want to learn more about health insurance that are currently offered, be sure to check out the description down below. I've made a video about it regarding the HSA. Also in Biden's tax plan, tax relief for student loan forgiveness would also change. Currently, as of right now, if you receive student loan debt forgiveness, it's then charged as taxable income. But with Biden's tax plan, the taxable income you get from student debt loan forgiveness would be gone. And he'd also be looking into having easier ways to get payment deferral as well as more things that could give you student loan debt forgiveness. But if you don't want to wait on that, I did make a video on how I got out of student loan debt less than a year out of college, and it was actually one of my first videos. So if you want to check that out, be sure to check out the link down below. Also, another thing that would be enacted under Biden's tax plan would be the first-time home buyers credit. Basically, this is a credit that first originated during the Great Recession in order to help housing. The credit would be a max of $15,000 that would be refundable as well as advanceable, so that way you don't have to wait until you file your taxes to actually be able to use it when you're purchasing a home. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out in the real estate market. And guess what, guys? I've also made a video on the first time I purchased a home as well as the things I kind of used. So if you're interested in that, I think you might know where you'd be able to find the link to it. So moving on, the corporate tax rate also will be going up from 21% all the way to 28%. So your company or the company you work for will have to pay 7% more on its profits. Now the reason behind this is because Biden is trying to stop profitable companies from avoiding having to pay taxes. Also, all the foreign income earned by U.S. companies will be taxed at 21%, which is currently double what it is right now. Also, Biden's plan would penalize exporting jobs overseas, and he wants to incentivize investments in infrastructure, green energy, transportation, and manufacturing. Businesses would also get a variety of tax credits to deal with things such as layoffs, as well as setting up some sort of retirement fund within their company for their employees. All in all, if Biden's tax plan gets accepted by Congress, it'll be really interesting to see how it's going to affect the real estate market as well as the stock market, and just kind of see how things will evolve from there. But on the surface, it definitely seems like it benefits the average American. So thanks for watching, you guys. Be sure to comment below what you think of Biden's tax plan, and don't forget to like this video as well as share this video to help me, help the YouTube algorithm, help grow my channel. It would mean the world to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.